Oh, he's a heavy guy. Morning everybody, Mike from FisherMN here. It's early. We've got a great lake to be on today. The summer's getting a little bit later. We're in mid-August already. And I'm thinking that with the calm conditions, we're gonna start out with the frog, but then we're gonna work our way out like we did a couple of weeks ago and go from shallow bite, hopefully, to medium to deep. We've got the frog to begin with. Then we got the chatterbait, which worked on this lake pretty well last time. And then our third option is our newest option, and that's the jig. However they want to bite, that's how we're going to catch them. Let's go fishing. Kind of funny when you come to a lake, you go the same ways sometimes. This way worked last time, we'll go this time. I think while we still have that early vibe, don't need two frogs tied on, although you can never have too many frogs. Using this rod yesterday for something. All right. There's a fish. All right. That was interesting. Oh, that was a little guy. That's not a little guy. Oh my goodness. I saw him just kind of slurp it up. I thought, oh, that's a little guy. I don't think that's little. Wow. That is a nice fish. Let's see what we got. Sitting at 19. Let's start with the 19-incher. All right, good start. Take them all seriously, I guess. Wow, the way he just scooped it up, I thought, oh yeah, nice little 2-pounder. Made a quick switch to a chatterbait just to cover some water. It's been a little bit since I've been here. Not sure if the water levels are the same. The last time I was here, the frog worked great around these reeds. Try the frog shallow here. Don't want to throw it all the way down. Want to just kind of work our way down, just in case there's multiple fish. Pretty shallow here, 1.8. Like I've said before, if there are fish here, they're eating, they're not just hanging out. Try a couple here and then we're gonna pull the plug and head over to the other side before the sun comes up. Got some mist coming off the water. It's beautiful. Made the run out to where I was hoping to have a good frog bite. Tried it a little bit. The wind started just breezing in there, which will be fine for later with the chatterbait. But we're in that early morning mode. We're looking for the topwater bite. I'm gonna buzz back here by the landing and we're gonna go down the calm side of the lake. I've only hit this side of the lake later in the day, so it'll be interesting. Try right on the edge of the lily pads here. Oh, looked away for a second. Okay. All right, this guy's a swinger in there. The last guy wasn't. There we go. Second fish, future 20-incher. All right, one big one on topwater today, which is great. One little one, a couple other hits. Well, it's time for phase 2. So I'm going to try the chatterbait, and we're just going to go out a little bit and see if we can get them below the surface. Now you might be saying, hey, that's a jig rod. Well, we'll call the chatterbait a bladed jig. Just kind of throwing these mid and in between levels here. Should still be some fish cruising in this 5 foot, 4 foot area. There we go. All right. He hit that nicely. Nice hit right out in front. All right, bass number 3. Keep them coming. We're moving out a little bit now that that early morning bite's done. Trying the chatterbait in kind of that mid depth, 4 to 7 feet we're fishing. That was fun to just feel the chatterbait bonk, just stop. This lake is a good lake for picking them off here and there, and it's got a great average size. Not gonna get up at 4:15 a.m. for a lake that's got 1 pounders. Oh, there was one in there. All right. Oh, that was a nice one too. Oh, I'm not sure about this jig rod. The hook sets. Darn it. I don't mind it for jigs, but whew, that would have been a nice one to have. All right, we got our frog rod with our chatterbait. We're gonna work back up this line. We had about 3 hits. A couple of fish on with the jig pole. Didn't quite get the hooks in them. One pretty nice one. So good that there's fish around. Just gotta hook them. Going on over there? There we go. I don't know if this was the guy splashing around, but I saw him from a ways away. I headed over, first cast. All right. Another nice one. There we go. That guy's kind of long and skinny. That was pretty cool. I was all the way over there kind of fishing the deeper like 4 to 7 feet, and I heard something splashing around over here, so I thought, oh, I'm gonna go over there and see if I can catch it, and I did. Doesn't always happen like that. There it is. That's what we're using on the back of the Chatterbait, Kalen's tickle tail. There we go, nice and straight. 8:18. Let's see, we were on the water. Oh, when were we on the water? We were on the water probably 5:45. And to me, it feels like it's been 15 minutes. Not so. There we go. I was thinking that might be a northern. Whew. Got off. Just had him by the skin of the teeth. Our hookup ratio isn't that great today, but our finding fish ratio is pretty good. We've been finding fish everywhere. Got the crankbait on. Don't mind to have a leader on in kind of this stained water. Helps protect losing that crankbait to northern. Kind of the mid-morning blues, we had some good luck right away, kind of earlier in the morning, and now we're searching for them again. So I'm hoping that this crankbait may get them fired up, because I know there's a lot of small panfish in this lake. Just came up on about 8 feet with weeds up to 4 or 5 feet. See if we can work these edges here and get a couple more bass in the boat, or whatever else might want to come. All right. New memory card. I saw something splashing around. Must have been that guy. And that's why we use a leader. There we go. All right, back on the board, fish in the boat. It's kind of funny because I saw something splashing around. So I thought, well, I'll just throw my crankbait over there, and we got him. Back on the board. Here we go. We're looking for that area that's goes from weeds to the abyss, just kind of nothing. There we go. Goes right from 7 to 10. We're going to try to stay on that edge and hope that's where the fish are kind of set up. Oh, there we go. That's a bigger fish, whatever it is. Hope it's a bass. It's swimming in slow motion like a northern. If it's a bass, it's a monster. Oh, there we go. It's a nice northern. Is it gonna fit in the net? Let's give it a shot. Look at that guy. Well, he's not done yet. Just barely got him hooked. All right. Oh, he's a heavy guy. Doing that gator roll. Wow. All right, back he goes. Ooh, it's been a while since I had a big fish like that in the boat. I like it. I like that idea of the crankbait just off the drop-off late in the day. Hoping for a bass, but that's a nice bonus fish. That was a big northern, definitely over 30 inches. All right. Crankbait, late morning, big northern. All right. Let's see if jig can do anything. We got kind of a more defined weed edge. Throw the jig over there and see what happens. Just going right along the deeper edge. Late morning has been dominated by northerns, but when you put a pretty big one in the boat, that's okay. Oh, that's a fish. Swing him in. All right. All right, little guy, but back on the board with the bass. There we go. Got our jig. I had no idea that one was on. But you know what? When in doubt and that line is tight, set the hook. Got our Pit Boss trailer on there. Let's see if we can jig up a big old bass. There's another fish. This one's fighting like a little northern. And it is a little northern. There we go. He threw my soft plastic off. All right, flip him in. Decent guy. Chunky. There we go. Another chunky bass. We are finding them late in the morning with our 3/8 ounce jig and our Pit Boss. That's right, power bait Pit Boss. Black and blue. It's always rewarding when you figure out a way to get them to bite, especially on this lake. I've never really had much of a bite in the late morning. So we're gonna keep at it and see if we can get a giant in the boat, because you know there's some roaming around here somewhere. Whereas this rod didn't do great with the chatterbait and setting the hook, it's doing great with the jigging. You can kind of take a pause and load up. All right, well, as per usual this summer, we missed the catching of this guy, but we got another bass in the boat. Started out the morning going shallow, trying some topwater stuff, and having success with the big fish. We had a 19-incher right off the bat, a couple other hits, then switched to chatterbait as the morning got a little bit later. In that 4 to 5 feet range we were catching bass, and now that the sun's been up, had about an hour where we didn't catch anything. Put the jig on, we're catching northerns, we're catching bass, we're back on them. I'm fishing the same area where I caught bass. I'm just going out a little deeper with the jig. Ah. Whoa. That is one strong bass. With any luck, we got this one on video. Oh, there goes our pit boss leg. All right. That was almost like a panfish bite. Call that tap tap. And what do we end up with? Another bass. Yeah, a chunk. I'm loving it. I'm loving being able to catch fish when that sun is high in the sky. Had our northern side over there. I guess we can call this our bass side over here. I'm gonna fish my way back to the landing. If I get anything, I'll let you know. Wanted to show you my equipment. I took the frog rod that I usually use, which is a Legend Elite St. Croix rod, and put a chatterbait on it. I had tried my jig pole with the chatterbait, but I missed a couple of fish. This rod's nice and stout, so the hook sets were much better using this one. I've got a Daiwa 8.1 Tatula reel. Maybe a little fast for a chatterbait, but it's what I had and what I needed to use. Our big fish of the day rig was a Bass X St. Croix medium heavy rod with an Arashi crankbait and another Daiwa Tatula 8.1 reel. So sometimes you gotta dial it back a little bit for the crankbait and reel a little slower, but it did the trick getting our big fish in the boat today. And of course, we've got the jig rod. You know when I'm using this rod, we're jigging. We had our 3/8 ounce jig head with a Pit Boss black and blue fleck. And then it's the Lose Smash combo. I went to Sportsman's Warehouse and I thought I want to let you guys know when I'm jig fishing, so I bought the brightest combo I could find. And this is like a 7.1 gear ratio. I'm not sure how long this combo is going to last, but it sure has been good for getting me into jig fishing. That's the equipment. I really appreciate you watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.